Good morning. It's April 10th, year of our Lord. I have the pleasure of reviewing one of my favorite albums ever made. This is one of my favorite Residence albums. This is actually the one I would think you should probably listen to first. I knew my first review, I did the commercial album. I think that's the best synopsis of what the Residents are. I think the most fun you're going to have listening to a Residents album, if you are new to this style of music, is probably Duckstab, Buster, and Glen. It's popular for a good reason. I assume Duckstab is the first half of the record, and then Buster and Glen is Lizard Lady through the end. Yeah, I don't notice that much of a difference in the theme of the songs or stories between the two sections. The most remarkable thing about this, the Residents always have incredible lyrics. The thing that's the most remarkable to me about this is I think they use the synth effects, the weird snake finger guitar, and just create this magic, this sonic, dark, kind of new palette to play with from any other band. And it's just a thrilling listen. I never get bored of this album. I could listen to this album anytime. Constantinople, the opener, one of my favorite songs ever. That I can't do the weird synth noises with my head. That's in between the here I am coming, Constantinople, here I come. Right? Like the actual the thing that this opens with. That to me is the perfect that measure of noise. That's as good as it gets for Residents for me. And then the verses are great. It's just like this insane kind of cosmic Viking just talking about I was going to go to Constantinople. And I love the way the chimes are with the really crude synth. Almost sounds like a speak and spell, like those clanky, robotic, early kind of video game synths is what I associate them with. But yeah, Constantinople, absolute delight. It's a sing along. It's one of their best songs. And then Sinister Exaggerator, after you're thrown into the impossibly macabre deep end right away with the synths doing all this crazy stuff, and the voices come in with the nursery rhyme tape manipulation. A few voices speaking, one speaking and the other speaking back. They do a lot of this call and response stuff throughout a lot of their records, but there's that dark drum pulsed bongo kind of hand percussion drum, and then that pulsed synth of lawnmower of death just kind of washes everything away. But it's a beautiful, dense, dark synth epic, if you like that type of thing. Blue Rosebuds, amazing. This is one of the most compelling songs on the record, I think. I have to pull up lyrics for Blue Rosebud because they're so good, especially the witch lyrics. When the witch comes in, I think of her as the witch. I think it's the same girl. Sometimes she sings in a regular voice, sometimes she sings in a witch voice. I like the witch voice. I like the witch voice when the guy in Sun City Girls does it too. Gotta review them. Your words are empty, hollow bleedings of a mental crutch. They're open, festered indigestion with a velvet touch. An ether-eating Eskimo would gag upon your sight, convulsed into oblivion from laughter or from fright. A coma with a sweet aroma is your only dream, malignant with the misconception that a grunt can gleam. Your lichen-covered corpuscles are filthy to my fist. Infection is your finest flower, mildewed in the mist. I love you 'cause I do. It's a great song. Laughing song? This is where it gets full on Residents. If you weren't on board for before, laughing song, I feel like this is what separates the Residents from the tourist, I suppose. Um, just so weird and crazy. I adore it. Lyrically, it's bizarre. Musically, it's incredible. It's just a bunch of weird noises coming at you. I don't know what's being played through what instrument or synthesizer. Just listen to it. Bach is Dead is funny. It's pretty repetitive at first, but then it comes into this nice chant, like echoed over the vocal, and then horn figures come in, and then it's back to the Bach is Dead for one rhythm, one measure, which sounds really cool after like you've heard it, like Bach is dead, Bach is like you've heard it a bunch of times at the beginning, and then they return for one measure, and it sounds like the conclusion to this song, but it's kind of the whole song. It's great. Evil and His Boss. This is like one of my favorite songs because this is like what a blues rock song sounds like if the Residents play it. Like it has the solos that sound familiar, but just off, just oddly, just like the instrumentation's off, but the melodies, the rhythms, they're all there. This is like a blues rock song through the filter of these crazy performance art synth like kind of characters. The planky synth against like the polyrhythm bell chime, and then there's this cool like it's like a jazz rock and roll bass synth bass line, but just like one measure of it, like a sample like they use in rap music. And like the tom beat, and this back into the chimes for like a chime solo. Then there's a synth horn solo to the jazzy sample thing. It's among the most beautiful deconstructions of a rock and roll blues I've heard. I don't know why more people aren't interested in this band purely from a musical perspective. Lizard Lady. This is the first. This is Buster and Glen. We just stabbed a duck. Now we're hearing about Buster and Glen. For Lizard Lady, I think I'll just read Lizard Lady. Lizard Lady has great lyrics. Should have pulled these up. Huh? Sorry. What's a woman gonna do but throw away her bread? Her feet are funny feeling. She lies beneath the bed, reminisces of the pungent Adriatic seas, and then she crawls and counts her cans and twitches like a flea. What she really likes to do is sit upon a pew and make believe that time is stopped and motionless is new. Planes are stranded in the sky and drains are stopping too, and she alone is laughing under eyelids full of flu. She scurries, hurries, worries that the wicked will receive their candy from a handsome man, a coffee from a thief. She gazes at an hourglass and asks as if it cares, and then she wonders if the lizard likes his lettuce rare. Just great. I love the way these people make songs. It's that dark poetry, nursery rhyme storytelling, back forth, insane, macabre horror. Up my alley, baby. That is my alley. Semolina. Semolina is like them trying to do a Roxy Music pop song, I feel like. It's like a Brian Eno calming electronic piece as far as Residents. Complete with the ocean, seagull, Foley noise, and synth solo horns at the end. It's a delight. Birthday Boy, Stone Cold Bob. I wish this would replace the regular birthday song. At least give us the Stevie Wonder one. Or the Ween. I love the synth. The horn figure. It's so sweet. It's like that Constantinople hook that I was trying to describe poorly in the beginning. That dun, dun, dun. It's like the perfect little. The horn figure bridge is like a perfect little piece of Residents noise. Weightlifting Lulu is like a guy telling a story, and in the background there's animals, like an Animals song, like the band The Animals. Like, we gotta get out of this place if we ever do. House of the Rising Sun. Not animal noises. We've heard animal noises in this record. And a lot of animal records. I'll review Animal Lover. I'll review Bunny Boy. We'll get to the animals. But first I have to review Duck Step Buster and Glen. Because how have I not reviewed this already? Honestly. Yeah, so it's like a haunted fun house with the guitar, but the guitar's playing this percussive way with this chip wood block like a wood block put through a synth, so it's like a chip noise that turns into this haunting string bed with a classic chorus with the weightlifting Lulu forever is gone. This is like the most normal hard rock hook sounding thing on the entire record is the weightlifting Lulu forever is gone refrain. Sounds like a rock and roll song. It's impressive. Crafty Cheese, we're back into the deep end of the esoteric, macabre synth beds. Vocal column response, nursery rhyme, indescribable lyrical content, largely. The instrumental is very sweet, though. I enjoy it. Then Hello Skinny. This is, again, one of the great Residence songs. This is one of the best Residence albums. Maybe the best. Still haven't finished ranking them. That simple, dark synth bass line with just incredible lyrics. This haunting tongue twister of lyrics. The horns on the chorus, that string horn thing that comes in, it's so restrained and beautiful for this band, but it's also just such a dark, beautiful narrative, and it just leaves open just enough so that it's not just kind of predictable. Like you can pick up new things when you listen to it. That's what I most love about this band, is that I love rediscovery in music, and there's so many like Easter eggs and like hints hidden in this music. If you're an obsessive and you want to go through, listen to every Residence record. But yes, that would be torture to many people. That's what I do for fun. But yeah, ultimately, Hello Skinny, one of their great songs. Electrocutioner sounds bizarre and in a hurry right away. The female vocalist singing, I like the female vocalist. I think she usually gets better words. Then there's truly wild synth breakdown interruption, and the narrative kind of switches. It's still the electrocutioner, but she seems kind of hot and bothered in the first verse. She seems more kind and empathetic, but she's in like a darker place where she's more resigned to the evil of it. And she's kind of fantasizing a world where she could just flip a switch and get rid of all the problems. And that's the end of the record. It's one of my favorite records. It's a perfect 10. You should go listen to it. Other than that, happy Sunday. Have a lovely rest of your week. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. We're at 13 minutes. God bless you.